Welcome back, folks, to Let's Replay Stonekeep, and when last we left off, we are here, right next to where Ettin is currently sleeping, for we're about to do something very silly. That's right, we're going to wake up the Ettin. Let's find out just how badly things will go if we walk right to where the Ettin is and have a conversation. Here's a hint. It's going to go very badly for us. Hello, how are you?
Hey, Stump! It's time to hurt somebody! Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, Stump? Yeah, George.
We are dead. Waking up the Ettin kills you instantly, and there is no way to kill the Ettin. There are two voice actors for the Ettin, one for each of the heads, and Stump Ettin was voiced by Michael McConaughey. He's had many roles in his time. Of note, he is the voice of the Lich King in Wrath of the Lich King and Legion. He's the voice of Uther the Lightbringer in Legion. He's also the voice actor for King Ymirin in Wrath of the Lich King and Kel'Thuzad in Hearthstone. He is King Kai in the Bang Zoom dub of Dragon Ball Super, Barry Burton in Resident Evil Revelations 2, Kano in Mortal Kombat 10, Astaroth in Soul Calibur 5, he was also Kano in Mortal Kombat 9, and Ermac and the Elder God. He was Maxwell in Tales of Xillia, he's Zerath in League of Legends, he is Seth in Street Fighter 5 and 4, and the Tenebrae Guard in Final Fantasy 15, among his many roles. Those are just some of the more recent roles. The other head, George Ettin, was voiced by Mike Reynolds. Among the many roles that Mike Reynolds has done in his time, he was General in Castle in the Sky, Dolza Russo and other roles in Robotech, Papa Smurf in The Smurfs and the Magic Flute, Blade in the Macron 1 TV series, Ayers Bradell in Star Trek 25th Anniversary and Judgment Rights. In Judgment Rights he was also Eisner and Eckhart, and he's also a few other characters in Stonekeep as well. I'll point them out when we see them. Let's load back up to here, shall we, and not go and wake up the Ettin. That is a very silly thing to do. Instead, we're going to do something else that is equally silly. We're going to pick a fight with those insects that we've seen at various points on this floor, because I'm sure we can take them on, right? After all, it's only one insect. What's the worst that could possibly happen? You're going to find out just how bad that decision is. We're going to have to find one first, and I think there's one pretty nearby. Let's just check the map in a moment. Let's have a look here. There's one right there, right by the entrance to this floor. It is a trap. Putting the insects in this floor is one massive trap, encouraging you to attack. If anything, it's teaching you that sometimes you don't want to attack some things that you find. We're going to attack this insect, however. Hello, how are you? You're not doing anything right now. You will do when we attack you, though. We will attack. We have been poisoned. And there are now more of them. There are a lot more of them. They're not doing that much damage, but they are slowly whittling us down. And we were poisoned for a tiny bit. You'll notice that we really are not that good at hitting them. At all. There are now a lot of them. This is just generally a terrible idea. Do not do this. I mean, you can get a lot of experience in swinging your sword by doing it, but you'll note that they are not stopping. Every one of them that we kill just brings out another one. There we go. You may think this war of attrition can be won. I do not think it can. At all. We are getting some skill points, though. We are paying for it by being poisoned. We will gain those skill points soon enough when we go around and fight in other levels. It is a good way to gain some sword or any weapon that you choose to raise, but in general, do not do this. If you think that you can defeat these enemies by constantly attacking them, you underestimate the ability of a swarm of massive insects. These insects are large, by the way. They're not just magnified, these are pretty big. and slowly they will kill you with the death of 1,000 cuts, or in this instance, 1,000 stings. You can, of course, leave the square. They will not chase you beyond this square. But at the same token, you don't want to do this at all. It's just not a good idea. Eventually, Drake is going to die. Eventually. And so, Drake was bested. Not by Shargas, not by the enemies he'll encounter later, but by a swarm of insects that he foolishly decided to antagonize. Do not antagonize these giant insects that look a lot like wasps. Giant wasps. Because this dungeon was not bad enough, there needed to be giant wasps. Let's just step away from them, shall we? They're just going to swarm there forever. And we're going to take some damage from the poison and reflect on the terrible decision that we've made. To be fair, we did gain 1 point of strength from doing that. We don't need to gain that point of strength right now. We'll gain that point of strength soon enough, I'm sure. And so, when we come back, folks, we won't have attacked this swarm of giant wasp monsters, and we won't have got ourselves killed by waking up the Ettin. Instead, we'll have gone to the second floor of the Sharga mines, and we'll be exploring there. Hopefully there'll be a lot less insects there. I don't remember if there are any insects on that floor. But I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later. I think that was a terrible idea. Let's not go and attack them. Aye, that was foolish of you. Me? You went in there as well, only because you went in there. Enough arguments, we need to keep moving. Aye.